and gentlemen, welcome to a rather special edition of Words from Our Mouths. Now, we have a little bit of a tale of romance for you. So, I know that the question on everybody's lips is, how the hell did Pete and James meet? Right, well, first of all, we'll get to that. James, you're still here, right?
Fortunately, yes.
Okay, James is still here. We're also joined by the person who introduced us. Connor, do you want to say hi?
Hello.
There you go, see, isn't it romantic? We've got a nice little reunion here. James, it's been about a week. How have you been this week?
I have been okay this week. I'm actually loving it because I haven't got to work again till Monday.
Ah, yes, that's right. You're one of those people who gets extra time off because the Queen exists.
The bank holiday exists, but yes, mainly because
The Queen exists for this particular bank holiday.
So today I am feeling extremely patriotic, and I just put the microphone.
That's actually the reason that there are so many flags out, isn't it? That's the reason people are having street parties, because it's an excuse to drink. They don't care that Lizzie's been sat on the throne for 70 years. It's, hey, 4-day weekend, get the pints in.
I believe you mispronounced the word lizard then.
Lizard, yeah, sorry.
I don't
lizard.
really think people in England need a reason to drink.
No, but they will take a reason though, won't they?
We don't need a reason, but it's nice to have
We will, I suppose.
Why do you think so many kids get christened every year? It's just an excuse for a piss up. Nobody actually cares.
Might be on something there.
James, were you christened?
Yes, I was.
You were,
It
yeah.
was a piss up.
I think I was christened. Which is the Catholic one? Is that baptised?
It's all the same shit.
Oh, there's a different christening and baptism, aren't there?
It's all Christianity, and it's when you dip a baby in water and drown them.
I think there's more to it than that.
Oh, hang on. No, when you put them in and drown them, that's testing for witchcraft. If they float, you have to set them on fire.
Oh, see, I floated. I passed the test, so either I'm a witch or I'm dead.
And then you just spend the rest of your life half-baked because they didn't have enough wood for the fire.
Half-baked. Anyway, how are you, Pete?
Yes, I am, thank you. Connor, it's been about, 3-4 years since we spoke properly. How have you been?
That's been well, mate.
It's not been that long.
I would say it's been that long.
I am exaggerating.
Yeah, we played
we all do
Dota
it.
it's probably a few months.
It's probably 6 months.
When was that time we were going to play Resi 6 on stream?
Oh my god, that was a while ago.
It's probably about
How
a
long
year
was
ago.
that ago? Alright, it's been a year.
I was going to say it's been over a year, that.
But yeah, I'm doing very well.
That's great
How are
to
you,
hear.
Pete?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Good.
I am definitely... Yes.
You are still existing.
I definitely am. That's what I was trying to say.
You wake up every day.
Oh, I just dropped a thing. Did you hear that?
Was it a carrot?
No, shut up, carrot boy. No, it was a...
Is the carrot on your desk?
Oh, I can't see it, but that doesn't mean no. Oh, hang on. We might have... This could be a historic turning point for Words from Our Mouths. This could be the first podcast I've ever recorded in this house without the...
Connor's very confused because he has no idea what we're going on about.
Oh no, but
Because
that's
he doesn't
most of my
listen to
conversations with...
He doesn't listen to the Words from Our Mouths podcast. If he listened to it every week, he'd know what's going on.
No, I listen to Pete's parts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1st of June 2022 is the first day that I don't have the old Play-Doh on my desk. I have no idea where it's gone. Possible that the cat has removed it.
I give you all permission to still spam carrot on our videos.
Yes, because for some reason people think I have now this fear of carrots, which...
What you do?
Just because I don't eat vegetables doesn't mean I'm afraid of them.
No, I don't either, really.
Just for those wondering, the thing that I actually dropped, it wasn't a carrot at all. It was disc 1 of season 8 of Everybody Loves Raymond on DVD. So...
Why the fuck
Why is that on your desk?
Okay, so
quick, just in case I need it.
That has started more questions than it
Do you
has.
say season 8? Like, specifically, what a weird one to have, not like 1.
Well, no, if you're up to season 8, you're up to season 8, mate. You know what I mean? It's whatever Charlotte was up to.
Got the DVDs of everything.
Do you even have a disc drive?
What have you got? No internet? You can't watch Netflix or YouTube, James. What are you going to watch?
You can
Paint
download
dry.
it.
Okay.
Paint dry, yeah, it's probably still, it's still better than Everybody Loves
Are you
Raymond.
kidding? Everyone Loves Raymond's a great
I'll be honest,
show.
I've never really watched Everyone Loves Raymond.
It is a great... I recommend it to everybody. It's fantastic 90s comedy.
This is the man that has no form of discernible taste, so take that with a grain of salt.
You mean me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Toyota Celica. I didn't realise that you were the god of taste.
I like my Toyota Sleeker, Mr. Suzuki Vitara.
It's a cheap, reliable
His partner's
car.
Suzuki Vitara.
Exactly. I don't pay for it, so I win.
My car was cheaper.
Yeah, but it's
My
also
car's
actually
on finance.
your car's probably cost more overall with all the repairs you've done to it.
Probably not, no. I didn't pay a penny for my car, I got it for free.
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't pay for one.
Is that
either.
what they call theft these days?
My dad gave it to me, I didn't steal it.
I still think it's
He left
stolen.
the country and couldn't be asked to sell it. No
Fair
one would
enough.
steal that. I
Well-
leave the keys and 20 quid of fuel money on the dash and no one takes it.
Please take it. The insurance money would help me out big style.
It would actually. It's worth more. They insure it for more than it's fucking worth, so. If anyone wants a free car, it's on my driveway.
And if anybody wants James's address, it's oh, that's right. I don't know anything about James at all, really.
But I did go to your work, Pete.
You did
I
go
got-
to my work. Oh, yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
tell this story, shall we? Yeah, James
Yeah, no,
came
you
to
got
the
it wrong.
northwest of England, and I managed to do everything I could to avoid meeting him. So we can still maintain the narrative here that we do a podcast together, we've known each other for years, and have never met face to face. It's rather important to me. More important. More. What's the word I'm
You
looking
didn't
for?
see me. You didn't see people. That's what you wanted.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
care
right.
about
Yeah,
that.
I
Don't
know.
lie.
Yeah, the narrative.
Don't lie
isn't-
to the listeners.
Yeah, okay. The narrative that we haven't met isn't important to me. I just don't like seeing people. Okay, if for whatever reason you see me in the street and happen to recognize me from this podcast, which is very difficult to do, so just leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone,
Really
or
good ear.
I will scream into your eyeballs.
It's true, I worked with him for 3 years and I think I saw him never.
You still don't know what he looks like.
No, I've never met you. I worked with you literally every single day for about 2 years, but no,
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't think we met once.
Speaking of working, though.
A bit like the silence in Doctor Who, you just look away and gone.
Speaking of working, Pete, why does your restaurant unable to fulfill a simple order?
I don't know.
Wait.
Ask the millions of people.
That was my restaurant too. Even though it was my order, they messed
It was
up.
your order. They fucked
And
up.
inconvenience.
Oh, hang on a
Convenience
second,
me.
James. Just before we start demonising people, you went for a chippy today and they forgot your peas.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Although from the looks of it and the price, I didn't actually pay for the peas either.
Ah.
We paid for the correct. Or Connor paid for the correct food at Mackey's, and he did not get it. We had to go back, and they would not serve us breakfast because it was too late.
Unfortunate. Oh, hang on a
Don't
sec.
say they would. They would not. It sounds like we protested. She went, "We've got no sausage and egg." And I went, "Oh, have you got no? Oh, it's fine. Don't worry." I thought it might be because
I
I've
would've
worked there.
I would have protested.
And then I panicked and didn't know what to get instead of it, so I got a fucking
You got a McPlant.
McPlant and a double cheeseburger. And then I just threw the
What?
double cheeseburger away later because I kind of thought that I was getting the replacement for Emma's food. So I was like, "Oh, double cheeseburger," because I couldn't think of anything. And then she was like, "I don't want a double cheeseburger at like
Who
10 o'clock
panics
or
and
whatever."
gets-
And I was like,
Who panic orders a vegan burger?
because one of them was an egg McMuffin for my I think it's my mum and for sister who were vegetarian.
Right, okay. That's fair enough. It's
The
just,
term is vegetable.
they are
Very
vegetable.
sensitive, James. Can't believe you said that.
They are vegetable. But yeah, so this weekend, what I did is I went to watch My Chemical Romance in Warrington, and while there, I met Connor. Well, Connor paid for the gig as well, so I went to see Connor, and we went to see My Chemical Romance, and we saw some other of our friends, and saw almost all my friends that live in that area. Some people I didn't even know, except Pete.
Yep.
James, I'd have avoided you if I didn't have to go to the gig with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You invited me to the gig
Shh.
and to
False.
stay at your house.
Hearsay.
Hearsay.
Who paid for the tickets?
Objection, Your Honour. Hearsay.
Who paid
I
for
don't
the tickets?
understand the law. Me, I pay for the ticket. I paid for the tickets in 2020.
Also, back when you liked him, and then 2 years later, he still wants to go with you.
Who offered you money for the tickets? You said, "Nah, don't worry about it." Me. And then who offered them? Said, "Oh, you can stay at my house." You.
He's backing
And
you
I
into
gave
a
you another
corner
present.
here.
Making me look a bit like a loser here, James.
You
No,
are a bit of
yeah.
a loser.
Cares
Connor, why are
about
you
me
so
friends?
desperate? What happened since we last spoke that made you
God.
desperate for friends?
I was always desperate for friends, Pete.
Made you so desperate to stoop so low as
Now I'm
James?
less desperate than anything. Now I'm like, I just don't care. It's too much energy to respond to people.
This is one of
He's
the main
grown up,
reasons.
Pete. He's
that
all
I-
grown up.
This is one of the main reasons I decline invitations to anywhere, and I actually count myself as having like maybe 2 friends, because I just don't bother with anybody, and
Am I one
it's
of
a
them?
personal choice of mine. So, are you one of them? No, you are the person I do the podcast with.
It's
I'm
Phil.
I'm gonna have to ask you to not use full names, please. That's not very fair.
Oh,
I now need to do editing and make the full names disappear. Damn you,
oh
Connor.
dang! Apologies.
You know what? Give him more editing to
Speaking
do.
of...
It's a bit vague in it though. It's one name in the entire world, but yeah, no, I get you. That's fair.
Speaking of apologies, we need to make an apology for last week. Don't we, Pete?
You need to make an apology for last week.
I didn't say it. It's your friend that said that.
I don't have friends.
Oh, covered his back.
It's your networking source that said the horrible, disgusting lie.
What was this? What was the lie?
Last week, Eastwoogie said Santa is not real. That is a gross lie. We all know Santa is real.
See, James, this is why you don't have friends.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
But what does that mean?
I think it means I don't know, but every time I say it, I assume it means like I waive my right to speak. I'll get me a lawyer or whatever kind of thing. I don't really know. There's too many of those
doesn't matter,
amendments.
right? It's too
Anyone listening that knows anything vaguely about American law, let us know in the Discord. The link's in the description.
Who do we know that's American that listens?
Aren't some of Swoog's friends?
Yeah, but I don't know any of them that listen
viewers?
to the whole thing. So the people that listen to Swoog's episodes, and then
Just listen to
so
Swoog's
like
bits.
I know that there's German people.
You might know. IEP's our lawyer, and IEP therefore might know.
Yeah, but I think he's a little bit more clued up on German law than he is American law.
Pish posh.
That's not a German
I'm not so
word,
sure
James,
that
no matter
that's how
many
it
times you say
is. I'm not sure that's how the law works, James.
He is representing us
Referencing.
in the case of defamation against Eastwoogie for saying that we corrupted him last week.
Oh yeah, we
That's what we're
corrupted
talking-
him. My goodness.
See, weirdly, I listened to our podcast from last week yesterday.
Why?
I don't know why.
Oh,
I
Is that not the most jarring thing ever to hear yourself? I hate my own voice. I don't plan on ever listening to this because I just want to die.
Unfortunately, because I have to edit each week, I'm getting quite used to the sound of my annoying voice.
why
I
did
don't
say
even
that?
register mine anymore. I listen to my voice so often now.
Yeah,
I also
you get
have
used
mine
to
live playing back to me while I'm talking into my microphone, so
Why?
it's to make sure that the microphone's working. It's the best way of telling.
Oh, I should have done that.
It's
But then I have
direct
to hear my
monitoring, so-
voice.
I can turn it
See,
off.
direct
I can
monitor-
click this button here
Direct-
and it goes off.
Direct monitoring's great unless you try and run it through Windows when it's too slow.
Well, yeah.
But because I've got a USB headset now, so I can't put it straight into the
really?
audio box.
Oh, right. Mine's in
Yeah.
the audio box, so...
You say, really, I've had this headset since we started the podcast.
Oh, I
and it's
didn't know
like-
that. Oh, is that the one
made
with the
by Razer.
microphone that was better?
It sounds better on Discord, yeah.
The Razer crack. Is it the crack?
Yes, it's the same headset you've got.
Did you release
Well,
it
mine's
at
the
any
ultimate.
point? When Razer released
every
that
ti-
one,
every
did
day.
somebody sit there and
No,
say release
that's
the
when
Kraken?
you pull the mic because the microphone tucks out of the way nicely. So if you pull it out, you're releasing the Kraken mic.
I just turn my voice off, playing live back to me, and I prefer that because I can't hear myself.
I got
Shocker!
used to having it on when I switched to not using a
It's a
headset.
little
for
bit
it anyway.
jarring, but I like
Took me a
it.
while to get used to it.
What, having your voice or not having your voice is jarring?
It's jarring now not having it because I've had it for so long. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, I get you.
So it's like an extra
Having
layer
it
of
is a-
silence. It's like I can hear myself from underwater or something like that, or the next room.
Having it is actually extremely useful. I found for recording and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I changed headsets. So anyway, we were going to discuss the union of how we met Pete. The union's the wrong term, is it? Tale?
Tale. I'm sure we've covered this before, but well, we have now the other
but
person
we now have
responsible to verify
the
our
catalyst.
story. Yeah.
You're all welcome. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
really
of this
sorry.
man, The Words from Mouse podcast exists.
I'm so
you are
sorry
responsible, Connor.
for
You're
unleashing
apologising
you
to-
two miscreants upon the world.
Are you apologising to the listeners or to us for now being stuck
Yes.
with each other? Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
Are you apologising to yourself as well?
yes.
The way we met, and me and Pete met, was I was playing WoW
That's World of
back in-
Warcraft for anybody who isn't yet
back in
clear.
Throne of Thunder days, which I keep forgetting when the fucking date was. I checked it earlier to remember, so I wouldn't have to Google it mid-podcast. Yet here I am, Googling it mid-podcast. I Googled the word podcast because I kept saying it.
But it wasn't Throne of Thunder.
Is it Throne of Thunder? No, that's when me and Tom met.
Well, Tom's not really... I didn't realise you were going to mention Tom.
Tom's been on the podcast.
Tom has been on
Alright,
the podcast.
fair enough.
So September the 11th, 2013, roughly, is when we'd have met. Around a date around there.
Yes. I
Oh,
was
that was a long time.
So 17.
8 years ago? Math?
Shut up.
9 years ago.
Nearly 8 years ago, yeah.
8.5 years ago.
It's not 8.5.
It is.
No, because that'd be 25 then, I'm not 24.
It's 2013. September. It's now June even, 2022. So in September...
Oh yeah, I'm older than I thought.
It'll be 9 years. So it's coming up to 8.5, 9 years now. We basically kind of joined the guild I was running. I was officer and Tom was running at the time. And he joined us playing World of Warcraft, and eventually we met another friend of ours called Arthur who convinced us to play Dota 2 for some weird reason.
No, we already played Dota, it was you and...
Was it you and the son?
Yeah,
anyway, we started playing Dota 2, we met some other people and all that lot, and then Connor and Pete worked together, and Connor convinced Pete to come play Dota 2 with us, and well, here we are, fucking 6, 7, 8 years later. I think it was 6 years we worked out for me and you, Pete, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah. It was definitely 2016 because that was when I was living in a specific flat, and I remember that being the first time I spoke to you.
Because your oldest was dressed as Sonic.
That's right, he was. And now he's sat on the sofa eating prawn cocktail crisps and getting attacked by the cat.
I nearly, I've got this on my mind. I nearly, me and Emma are looking at moving out. We're just looking on Rightmove, and I nearly submitted an application for one of your old addresses, Peter.
Oh, really?
No, I couldn't do that. It was the one that when I knew you, when I used to walk back from work all the time.
Yeah.
And I think, were you on the top or the bottom?
I was on the top.
I think it was for the top as well.
Was it the two-bedroom one?
I recognise it. I think so, yeah. So I was
yeah.
like, I recognise that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Peace live there.
It's not a bad place to live, and the landlord was nice too. It might not be the same person now, but
too poor to move out, really.
that's sorry. That's really too real. Let's not talk about finances.
Fact of life. No, we get shouted at when we talk about finances, don't we?
Yeah, by my mother.
I think your mother shouted at us last week.
If we mention paying the bills one more time, which I've just done, we've just lost a listener. We've lost like 35% of our listener base. She doesn't want to think about paying the bills. God bless her.
No, I get that. That's completely valid.
It is valid, yeah. I mean, now more than ever. But let's not get into it because I will cry on the podcast.
What does your mum think about you not eating vegetables, Pete?
Uniting vegetables.
You not eating?
Oh, about me not eating vegetables? I don't think she cares. I'm 31 years old. I'm no longer her problem.
My mum
You
used to
are
care.
one massive problem, Pete.
Well, exactly. So if she can distance herself from it, then it's not a big deal, right?
Are you Charlotte's problem now?
It's been an ongoing discussion of whether I'm her problem or she's mine. We've settled on that we are just each other's problem.
Because you're not responsible for yourself, are you, Pete?
I can't be. I don't think I have a high enough IQ. The way things work is that if you're not capable of looking after yourself, then you are not responsible for your own actions. That's right. IEP will back me up on that when it comes to our court case later this month. I don't know why there is no actual court case. I wonder if anybody sat there thinking, I wonder why they're always in and out of court all the time.
We are always in and out of court. It's because IEP's been caught in contempt again.
Yes, for pretending to be a lawyer.
Pretending to be a lawyer, yeah. We're sat in the background trying to do a Mexican wave and getting told off as well.
So, long story short, let's just get back to what we were talking about. I was introduced to
Wake up, Tio!
Ow.
Sorry, carry on.
I was introduced to James through two games that I don't like. World of Warcraft and Dota. Now, just hear me out here.
You do like Dota.
I know. Hang on. Here we go. Let me just defend what I've just said. Right. MOBAs are not. If someone's asked me what kind of games I like to play, MOBAs would not appear, despite me having nearly 1,000 hours in Dota. And I would never say I like MMOs either, because they're not really my thing. And I've just started playing Lord of the Rings Online, and I did actually have about 30 hours experience in World of Warcraft before we met as well.
I forgot that we played WoW, me and you, for a while, Pete.
Yeah, but I played with you and James though. But I'd played back in 2009, I think it was. When was Wrath of the Lich King? Because it was that expansion that I played.
Oh God, Wrath would have been got released 2008.
Yeah, so it was around that time.
So maybe 2009. Yeah.
So it was around that, and it was 08, 09, because it was when I bought my first proper computer. And I got a character to about level 52 or something like that before I thought, I'm not really enjoying this gameplay loop. Because like what my experience was I was just going around doing the quest, which was nice enough. And then it gets to a point, I tried the dungeon stuff. I don't know if it was actually a dungeon finder, but I needed to go into a dungeon to do a quest.
It wouldn't have been dungeon finder.
Yeah, I don't remember that from back then.
So for those of you confused, the way Pete, fuck it, I'm going to start again in a second.
Nice!
Oh, the amount of false starts we have are ridiculous. Normally because I shout a swear word while Pete's trying to do it.
99% of them are that, yeah.
There you go, I can join in.
What happened is Pete messaged me saying, James, I started an MMO, are you proud? That is how Pete started an MMO.
Yeah. It is. Actually,
What was the answer?
The answer was which one?
I meant, are you proud of him?
I replied, was it Hello Kitty Adventures?
Oh, that's right, you did, yeah. Yes, but no, it's not Hello Kitty Adventures.
And then I did say which one. At no point did I say I'm proud of you, Pete. I am still not proud of you.
But the reason I started an MMO, actually, this might be interesting to some people, I don't know.
Cocaine addiction?
I don't know how that leads to starting an MMO, but alright. No, I watched.
Rogue players have a cocaine addiction.
I had autoplay on YouTube, which is very rare, and the video that came up.
Autoplay last week as well.
What? Sorry.
Didn't we discuss autoplay last week as well?
I don't know. I usually yeah, because of Swoog. Yeah.
I believe Swoog got in trouble because of it.
Yeah, because of his VODs keep getting turned off because of autoplay. Don't talk about that. Shh. Fake news. Hey, you be quiet while I'm podcasting. Leave that in.
Jesus Christ.
You say that, leave that in, like it's not going to be obvious that I've already cut something out.
Well, yeah, true. Something has been cut out, but that's been left in. There you go.
See, but us saying that line now covers me for the bad editing.
It does, yeah. See, I'm now on board with the bad editing. Sorry, Perry. Screw you. The reason I started playing MMO. Oh, yes, that's right. Autoplay was on YouTube. And do you know Josh Strife Hayes? No,
I do not.
You do not, right? Okay, I recommend his stuff. Anyway, his video for Lord of the Rings Online in his series of worst MMO came up.
I do know that. I know that series. I've never watched it, but I always see it advertised.
Yeah, I strongly recommend it. He's
good.
Yeah, fantastic videos. Really good productions. But yeah, he did a video for Lord of the Rings Online, and bearing in mind the series is worst MMO, and he had a lot of praise for the game. So I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll give it a go. Why the hell not?
See, Pete, you're the sort of person though. If it like the newspaper said that, whatever you do not buy this. You're going to go buy it now, aren't you?
I think that. Well,
you would.
I think that the reason. Yeah, I think what happened there was the exact same reverse psychology in that it was in a series called Worst MMO, and it was sort of like saying, out of all the bad MMOs I've played, this one's good. So I was like, all right, okay.
I tried it. I think I tried it once.
It's.
I tried it for a bit. Couldn't get into it. It felt so clunky.
See, I do not feel any different playing it than I did playing World of Warcraft. I can't. There is no discernible difference to me. All the systems work the same. The combat works the same. No matter what you say to me, James, it's all the same.
It's not.
You can tell me it's not, and you can have your biased opinion, but it is the same. It is.
At low level, it probably is. Yeah, I'll accept that.
You know, I other than
WoW is so much about the EPing though. That's all that matters.
Well, you can tell actually because I noticed that I think the max level in Lord of the Rings Online is 140 or something like that, and the people running around who are level 140 don't have shoulder pads the size of like India coming off
I
them.
generally turn shoulder pads off in WoW.
But,
on my
but isn't it
transmogs.
bad that you have to turn
do
them
that?
off?
You don't have to. It's in transmogs. You can
No, I mean,
change.
Oh,
how you do it.
right,
You know what I'm saying,
right,
though,
okay.
Like the fact that they are so obnoxious is such like.
They're not. No, WoW's pretty good, but then
Not
it
for
depends
warriors.
if you're playing a warrior or death knight, something like that. Yeah, they are over the top overkill. But on most other classes, they're not. They tend to be fairly subtle to the point they're not noticeable on most of the cloth wearers at the minute. I still turn them off because they annoy me. I also turn the cape off as well.
World of Warcraft, especially for the high level stuff, I find very visually unappealing. It's just too much going on.
I have to admit, I've never really found
When-
WoW's art style. I've played it for years, but
The art style's
I would
fine.
never say it's like, it's never like, I don't know, out there kind of thing. It's not like, whoa, it's like, yes, this is okay.
The art style is fine.
Because you're both looking at the wrong part of the screen. What
Okay.
you need to look at is the DPS meter in the corner. See who's number top. See who's the top, and realise they have the biggest penis.
See, that's why I kind of like
point.
Final Fantasy 14, because it's very like, if you are toxic and criticise people, you just get banned.
That was another
This is
thing
why
I
I
wanted
only
to
play
touch
WoW.
on when I was talking about when I played WoW back in the day. What put me off was I went into a dungeon, and because I didn't know where I was going and what I was doing, instead of anybody just saying, "Are you new? I'll give you some tips," it was, "Please leave. You're a waste of space. You waste of oxygen. Uninstall that game." It's like, bro, I'm new. I'm willing to learn. They're like, no, it's too late. You're reported or something. I don't know.
I'd say WoW's about 70-30 split to 70% being nice. Or
Okay,
either being
no,
nice or
hang on.
just
Wait, do you
not
just say
talking to you.
70% being nice?
Yeah, but hang on,
You
either
crazy.
being nice or just not talking to
Okay,
you.
well, I know, but that's fine. But that's in your experience as a knowledgeable player. Or someone coming in who's new, those people who don't talk may be toxic. Those people who are nice to you
See,
because you know may be
I can't-
toxic.
I can't defend so much because I'm the toxic person.
Well, but why is it like that? Was it like you are actively
Oh, because
hampering
you're
your
wasting
own
my
player?
time.
No, but you're actively hampering your own player base as well. You are discouraging people from playing the game in an MMO where having more people to do raids and things with you at the end game is advantageous to you. You are
If it's
discouraging
new
people from playing.
I discourage you from playing WoW because it's an addiction that you will not kick.
All right, fair enough on that regard. But at the same, but if you know the people who,
It's survival of the fittest.
but that's
If you
not
can
no.
if you can deal with the crap at low level, you can deal with it at a high level where it gets so much worse.
That's just it's such a backwards way.
Do you
this is-
really want to be like survival of the fittest in something you're doing for fun?
I know, yeah. This is the problem I've got. It's like you either treat it as a job or you're not part of the club enough. You know what I mean? So
This
far,
is why your EP is not big enough.
but you see what? But you know, if you have to have a big EP in James, it's probably because you don't have sex in real life. All right, sorry. So now my experience so far in Lord of the Rings Online is that most people who play it are people who have played it for a long time. Like there's very few new players, and fair enough, it doesn't get the same publicity. It's not as big of a game. It's probably not as good. I mean, I've not given either game enough time to make a fair judgment. So whilst I say it's all the same, that's based on a very small bit of experience with them. However, I have asked 3 or 4 questions in the 20-30 hours I've played, and all of them have not only been answered perfectly politely by players, they have also been backed up by finding out where I am and giving me free stuff to make my time easier, and then saying, if you ever get stuck again, just give me a shout, and then providing a list of other people I can shout who will also provide help. I never had that experience once in World of Warcraft, because even when I was playing with a group of people who I knew, I'm looking at you, James, what will happen was, you are a healer, you stand at the back, and you press these buttons to keep us alive, or we shout at you.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have admitted many times before, we didn't bring you into WoW properly.
No, but from what you've just said, there's a huge percentage of the player base that
But
would
I'm
do
not
the
the sort
same
of person
thing to me.
to meet in WoW. If you see me, don't talk to me. No.
So that's how I feel, but in real life,
Although,
never mind
the
the
weird,
WoW.
the weird one is if I'm bored and sat in a city and I can trade chat and people ask a question, I'll answer it. Because I'm bored, not doing anything. I'm trying to do something myself, and you're hampering me or getting in my way. You're just going to annoy me.
So when you start a new character,
And
you
weirdly,
level them-
actually, on this, a stupid one, I've signed up on WoW to be the, I can't remember what they call it, but there's a new person guide system.
yes, there is. That's the person who flamed me last time I played.
My
Okay,
God.
then you should have reported them and they'd lose it. Because every now and again, I turn the guide system on because I've got all the qualifications you need to reach it because I played the game too fucking much. But then if I get questions, I am nice and I genuinely answer them and I'll take time to answer them because I'm in the mood to do it. If I'm in the mood to be dungeoning, for argument's sake, I want to be dungeoning, not babysitting.
But I know, but but there are people who are dungeoning who are new to the game, so you're going to run into them. So you have to
Then
accept
it's very.
that.
If you're new in the game, it's very rare you'll run into me because I just don't level characters now. I just pay and boost them. I'm not fucking level again. I've done it way too many times.
Pay and boost, is that like an in-game function? You pay to have them?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay. So you can buy. So you can pay money to play less of the game. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely, you can, buddy.
Okay.
But
so,
as I've said to you before many a times, I do not enjoy the leveling process in WoW. I enjoy the end game.
Well, you're not meant to. It's not built. It's like with like.
No.
But back to Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 14 is like you don't. It's about the journey because at its heart, it still is a Final Fantasy game. Whereas WoW is you get in that
PvC
dungeon and you don't leave fucking Moradon until you're 45. Stay in there. And it's like
But
you just
then-
don't ever leave.
WoW in the vanilla days and TBC and Wrath and even Kata was different. It was more about the journey, but it got to the point where WoW has always struggled with getting newer people in. It's got pretty good retention. It's got pretty good returning player numbers. The numbers are down at the minute, but come the next expansion coming out,
they'll all flood
me
back.
and Connor have already discussed it. We'll be going back, and all the other people I play with, we're all going to be going back, and we'll play it for a minimum of like 2-3 months. Some people will play 2-3 years out of it. And then the next expansion will come out and we'll flood back. WoW's really good at that, at bringing people back, but it doesn't get the new players so much.
I think I know
So
why.
they've almost changed it now. So it's not new player they've got better, but it's not new player friendly anymore.
What
There
makes
was a
it
long
not
time when
player
it was.
friendly? Is it the community or is it the game? Or both?
I would definitely say it's mainly the community, to be honest.
The game is not new player friendly anymore. Because the thing is now is because you can skip a load of the expansion, so you miss all the lore, so you have no idea why you're doing anything.
That is
Whereas
a big
when
problem. So that was my main problem playing with you guys. I think I got to a level 80 or something like that.
We didn't even do quests. We just skipped straight through dungeons.
Yeah, and I have no idea why I did it. I didn't know where I was doing. I had no meaning in unless I was playing with you. There was no discernible reason for me to exist in that world. And given that
Exactly.
it's an MMO RPG, the role-playing element was missing, which is, as I assume, is what's supposed to be the hook.
Yeah. The thing is the WoW lore is brilliant. The depth of the story. There are lots of plot holes and all that lot, and there have been time travels and retcons and all sorts, as must happen on something that's 15, 17 years old, 18 years old. It's 18 this year.
Let's take it for a drink.
It can legally start. WoW can legally drink this year in November in the
The UK.
UK. Yeah.
Sorry, Americans, you got away.
That's gotta really suck, that. It's just 21.
I've got a story on that, which I think I might have told before.
I'm
Have I told
sorry,
a story about
Connor,
when I
but
played?
I'm pretty sure that most people, especially where we live, started drinking at 12 or 14.
Yeah, but that's like, we also drink more.
Yeah,
Have I told the story about me in the airport drinking, Pete?
Still gotta suck.
probably.
How I think I'm sure I have. When I was coming back from Mexico and I missed my flight, couldn't get a drink, some very nice business lady bought one for me. Because I went to the bar and went, "Can I have a drink, please?" And they went, "Sure. Can I see your ID?" "No, we can't serve you. You're only 19. I was like, "What do you mean you can't serve me? I'm only 19. Or I was 20 or whatever it was. It's 21, sir." Fuck. Damn.
No, yeah, I don't think you've told me that. That's excellent, though. I hope you get turned down a lot like
I'm
that. in the
sure I've
future.
said that story in the podcast before.
I don't really
Yeah.
think he gets turned down for it anymore. Pete.
I got ID'd the other week.
Yeah, he did
I
actually.
felt so young again.
Wow, I've not been ID'd since I was 11, and that was to prove I was under 18.
I don't get ID'd that much anymore.
I remember
you're a
getting
man
ID'd
now.
at like 13 to buy a 12
Not
plus
so sure
game.
about that one.
I didn't get ID'd to buy Half-Life 2 in 2004, which would have made me 13 years old. But then the person who bought it in the queue in front of me did get ID'd, and he looked considerably older than I did.
Were you born in the 80s, Pete?
If I was 13 in 2004, James, do you think I was
I
born
can't
in
do
the 80s?
math.
No, I was
I
born
don't
in
want math.
1991.
Okay, you're only, yeah.
I was
you're
7
only
when you bought
older.
Half-Life 2, Pete.
Aw, that's so cute.
You were you born, Connor?
97.
Oh.
The
You
best
can't
year.
do maths at all, can you, James?
No, I can't. I'm tired. Fuck you. I'm going to work today.
It's not even big numbers. Oh, it's okay.
I'm dyslexic when it comes to numbers and mental arithmetic.
Okay.
Dyscalcular. Or dyscalculus.
The word they used was dyslexic, and they told me that 2 weeks before I finished university.
Oh,
Well,
that
you
would have
could
been
have
useful
you could-
beforehand.
After doing a really maths-heavy degree.
Yes, exactly.
No, by the way,
I'm fine on paper. I'm fine in calculator, but in my head I suck. I do my 5 times table on my fingers still as well.
don't worry, mate. In my head, you suck too,
Oh,
You
dear.
wish.
in an
Lads,
insulted
lads,
way.
lads.
No, that's not what he meant.
No.
He meant in a homosexual way. And thinking of which, Happy Pride Month.
Oh yeah, it's June 1st.
It is.
Get your rainbow flags out, everybody.
No, my street's full of fucking.
Did you
Union
pick
Jack
this
flags.
intentionally?
What?
I didn't know.
Did
but
you pick me, James? You go, oh, we'll get.
I never even made that connection, actually.
This is the just
We'll get someone who's not straight on.
There's another podcast I listen to called the Goons Podcast, and they have a friend who is African American. And the 1 month they got him on to come join the podcast was February, which is Black History Month. It was like half of it was like, hang on, it's the only reason you brought me here because of.
Oh,
We need a
dear.
token. Yes, Connor, that's why we brought you. We needed a token.
It's not why we brought you on, Connor. In fact, you should have been on 2 weeks before, really. We were just really behind schedule.
I was. James, I blame
No,
James personally.
actually, originally Connor was going to be on last week, but then Swoog messed up. But then we decided this week would be better because I saw Connor on the weekend.
You did.
Yeah.
So we can have all the fun stories from that, which we've not mentioned yet.
Oh,
I'll be honest, there wasn't many that
I was just gonna
wacky
say,
encounters.
like-
We literally went to a gig and then the next night we just spent 8 hours drinking and chain smoking fags in the garden while doing quizzes.
Crazy
It was a very fun
stories.
day. We had hot dogs.
You boys know how to throw a party. I'm so
We're both just like we couldn't really be able to do anything.
I'm so
It was
disappointed.
nice just sitting and
I didn't
catching
see
up.
you.
Just vibing.
We played beer pong. We had arm wrestling fights, matches.
Arm wrestling.
That wasn't
fight.
just me and James. I need to clarify that was on the Friday night after the gig where we went back to Reese's and there was a few people there.
We had a small party.
Oh, you big social butterfly! Did you paint the town red?
No, we drank in Reese's house. Reese's parents' house.
I'll be honest. It all sounds like a dreadful time to me.
Yeah, you did it.
It's fine. There was lots of people socialising and meeting each other.
Yeah, and
I remember
also
that time.
My Chemical Romance playing. I mean, it's like you've written down my worst
That was
nightmare
so good.
and then went and lived it for me.
It's
Frank Taylor was
controversial
there.
opinion.
That was really high pitched.
It's a controversial
controversial.
opinion.
Yeah, very controversial opinion to put out there into the world that you think my chem is shit.
Why is
Look,
that
two-thirds-
controversial? I'm allowed to
Two-thirds
think.
of today.
I mean, you are, but they're pretty universally loved.
I don't give a
Not
fuck.
universally.
I
I
think
wouldn't
the
say.
shit.
I think you're shit.
That's fine. You're allowed to think that. I'm allowed to think things are shit. You're allowed to think I'm shit. Don't
I'm
be
not
offended.
saying
Not
you
be-
can't. I'm not saying you
You
can't
are
have
not
the
allowed to
opinion
have
or
free
that I'm
speech.
offended. I'm just saying, yeah, people are going to disagree with that one.
Well, people can disagree all they fucking want. I don't care.
Pete, you're not allowed to have free speech.
This
is-
kiss my
This
ass.
is not a democracy.
This
I
is
will.
a democracy, and I will make sure of it. I will not agree with anything that you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. You understand me?
Said that.
I think it was on like Family Guy or something.
In 20. Oh, fucking shit. That's more editing for me, isn't it?
Why?
I just said your full name, you twat.
Did you? Oh, I didn't even notice.
Which is, I imagine, what you actually intended to say.
The thing is, the amount of times I use Pete's full name when we're actually talking because he doesn't listen to me and I have to shout at him, I'm surprised it's taken me, what was this, 20, 30 episodes of the podcast to say your full name
Oh
and
my
not have
God,
to edit
Connie,
it
you're here
out?
for the 30th anniversary.
Hey.
That's episodes, not years, by the
way. Oh my God. You
It
recorded
feels-
fresh
it
out the
feels
womb.
like years.
If I'm still doing this in 30 years' time, somebody needs to put a bullet through my brain.
Can I do it? That is the irony. The last thing you'll ever see, Pete, is me.
It's
I'm
fine.
not a fan of your eagerness to put bullets in people's brains.
It's fine. It's Pete. It won't kill him. He'll just
I
bounce around
don't think
inside.
that's. I don't even think there's any science to support that, buddy.
The lack of brain in Pete's head.
Pew,
I think it'd probably still kill him.
pew, pew, pew,
Look, as evidence is suggesting, Pete's brain is about the size of the bullet. So there'll be
Yes.
two things bouncing around his head. When they eventually collide, that will kill him. But it could be a few years after I
What the
fire
hell's
into
my
his
head made out of that the bullet can just bounce around it and not pass through it?
Your head, Scotch pancakes and iron brew.
That's okay, fair enough.
God, I love Iron Brew.
Me too.
Oh,
No, I'm
God,
drinking
not
the
number one.
moment I'd say it's not Iron Brew, but I'm drinking Tizer.
Oh my god, I've
Love
not had
Tizer.
Tizer for years.
Hey,
My nan always used to have
Can't
Tizer.
stand-
The
Can't stand
top
Tizer.
shop, mate. Oh well, not top shop. It's called Simple Local. Whatever it was.
Top shop.
Thrifties, yeah.
Top shop
They
where
sell
you
at
buy
Thrifties.
clothes.
No, see, I call
Will
it
you
any
stop
shop
rustling
that's
behind
situated at the top of the road. It's called the Top Shop.
I told you to
But
stop.
it's not the top of your road. Your town is flat.
What?
With very
Never
little
mind
hills
how
in
long
your
I've
town.
got left. I'm done when I say I'm done. Please don't hurt me. Put the scissors.
You can't
down,
pause
Charlotte,
it,
open the
Mum.
door. Stop rustling.
So, were you shouting at Charlotte or?
I'm now going to
Your
pay
son.
for it though, Charlotte, and she's going to stab me.
This
Hell-
has got that went 0 to fucking 11.
Stop
It's not the
rustling.
first podcast. Pete's worried he's going to get stabbed.
How?
Stop shouting the word "stop rustling."
She's rustling. She's trying to wrap presents while I'm. 1 hour a week is all I ask for of quiet. She can't even give me that. Honestly,
This
I
is
don't.
the most cursed our podcast has
This
ever
is-
been.
but it's like,
We've
come
got
on.
cutouts in the middle, random beeps because James is using Pete's full name.
It's just, 1 hour a week. That's all.
Is
it
that,
Like,
is
you've
that
got-
how
you've got
you
the-
edit that out?
You've got the rest of the week.
Something I've got to look at in 10 minutes. I already can't remember what it was. I've got 3 things to edit this week. And I've not even paid attention to what they
You
are
best
anymore.
watch it because I full name someone.
You did,
And
yeah.
that was
the
10
10
minutes.
one.
That was 10 minutes. 21 minutes is when Pete had to disappear. And 47 minutes is when I said Pete's full name.
Now,
For those of you really confused now, looking at the time on your device that's have played and what's actually...
these are not official
what are the
timestamps.
times I
Don't
just said?
navigate based on those.
yeah,
Yes, they are.
It's because we start recording like 2-3 minutes before we start, and there are the other bits cut out. That'll end up being the times not lined up. But
Surprise,
He's lying.
surprise, this podcast
He's lying,
has a
don't believe
production
him.
value.
from that call recording, I'll be able to find the times with those notes because I'm pro.
You are pro.
If I get round to it, we might have a new intro this week. If we haven't had a new intro this week, I didn't get round to it. If we have, I hope you like it and let us know what you think of it.
What are you changing about the intro? Oh, you know, to spoil it for me.
I've not even told Pete yet.
Yeah, I don't pay attention, James. You could change
Let's
it.
not
You could
discuss-
remove my part of the podcast and record with somebody else and replace me. I would never know.
But you'd still try and promote it. You don't try and promote it, do you?
When do I promote this?
When was the last time you promoted it? When was the last time you gained a subscriber for us?
James, do Twitter.
Actually, well, considering I'm the one who does the networking, I gained the last 15.
I gained this guest.
You get? Oh, no, come on now.
It wasn't really. That wasn't that much work, to be honest.
See, thank
I
you.
asked him
Connor.
to come on. I asked him to come on. He said yes. How much work with the other guests? When you said swing, it's like, do you want to come on the podcast? Did he go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but do you know someone with 20,000 Twitch followers who'll come on?
No, that will come on? No, probably not.
Yeah, exactly. So stick that up your ass. You
Ninja
stupid-
stopped answering me at the moment, anyway.
What?
Saying. No, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Stop
that.
answering you.
No, never mind, James. Never mind. He said someone with big amount of subscribers on Twitch and answers, and then I said, "Oh, it's a shame. Ninja stopped responding to me now."
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said
It's gone now. It's gone now, James. You ruined it. Edit it out.
I just
I don't think
assumed you
Ninja's
meant
on
Ninja
Twitch.
Squirrel as well. So I.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. That's on me actually.
Is Ninja on Twitch anymore? I thought he went to Mixer.
No, I think he's on Mixer.
Mixer.
But he was the
That's
first-
not even a thing anymore, is it?
He might not be. He might come back. What do you do
Mixer
with
shut
YouTube?
down like 2-3 years ago.
Where is he now?
He's back on Twitch by the looks of it.
You can't even Google Mixer anymore. You just get food mixers.
Richard Tyler Blevins.
Stop full naming people.
That's
I'm pretty
on
sure you can
Wikipedia.
full
doesn't
name
matter.
Ninja.
You Google Ninja Streamer and it comes up with his full name, Ninja brackets Gamer.
No, you're. It's not fair. He's not here to
Richard
defend
Tyler
himself.
Blevins, born June 5th, 1991.
Ninja, I'm so
Better known
sorry
as
that you're
Ninja,
being
is
having
an
your
American
name
Twitch
dragged
streamer,
through the
YouTuber,
mud
Stop,
by
professional
this.
gamer.
stop
absolute
doxing him,
cretin.
bro.
Did you just read
Full
out his full
addresses.
address? Oh, good lord. And the times he showers are.
The IP address to the cameras in his showers are.
Oh, gee, no, come on now. He's not that kind of streamer.
It
Until
implies
he
that
is.
you've been there
Wink.
before.
Are you surprised, Pete,
What do you mean?
Wink.
if he came out doing that? Is what I'm trying to get.
Came out as
Why
doing
was
that.
he-
Like, I'm sure it would have to be outed by the
Mum,
nature of him doing
Mum.
that.
I
Dad.
was trying to read at the same time. My brain stopped working.
OnlyFans.
We'll move on. Ninja's OnlyFans.
Ninja Squirrel has an OnlyFans. That's what we just learned here.
He does.
So for
If people are going to
pictures-
pay, I will start an OnlyFans and send pictures of my feet.
Oh, good God.
James, I've seen those bad boys. Nobody wants them.
By the very
Not.
by the very nature of you saying that, that means there are depraved human beings who do want that.
And if you want it, contact me on the email address so Pete can see it as well, just to weird him out, and I will send you feet pictures for money.
Joke's on you.
I
I
am
don't
not
read that email address.
I am not above that.
So, Tio, if you've sent anything... By the way, wake up, Tio. If you've sent anything, I don't read it. James reads it to me.
I've already shouted wake up to you.
Yeah, he did. He did shout that.
Well, now you've had 2 shout-outs, Tio. And just to make it fair, let's give someone else a shout-out. Mackie, you're still banned.
Thessaly, comment carrot. Not
Well, that's
commie
right.
carrot.
Thessaly says hi. I meant to tell you that. I'm sorry, Thessaly.
hi, Thessaly.
It took me way late in the podcast to say this, but she told me to tell you. She said hi. And she didn't say this, but I'll say it. You're a knobhead.
Oh. No, Thessaly.
That was from
No,
me.
that's true.
That wasn't very
is
nice.
that is 100%
That
true.
wasn't
Jim.
from Thessaly. That was from me.
Thessaly, I think you're a very nice person, and I hope you're having a great day. Pete.
Part of this,
suck a
aren't you
dick.
getting?
What?
Nothing.
I didn't hear what you said.
So what part of this are you getting?
I don't understand. What's just
Neither
happened?
do I.
What part of
We were
what are
having
we
a
getting?
stroke.
Connor, are you okay?
No.
Can I get you anything? Just say the word and
No,
I'll text your mum and she'll bring you a glass of Coke.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
I need to
no
stop
worries.
saying the word bro or not. Like, just I started out as ironically, and now it's my vocabulary.
That happens all the time.
Same with in
Well,
it.
Me saying I.
Right.
That started ironically, and
Mhm.
that's nothing. I gave your mum a birthday present on the weekend, Connor.
You did, but I don't like the way you said that.
I'm
What do
still
you think?
annoyed that I accidentally say Gucci Gang Trap Night all the time thanks to a certain Elliot. I don't even know what it means. I have no idea what it means.
No, I don't either, to be honest.
Right, Elliot, if
probably
by any
racist.
chance you're listening to this, not this Elliot stood behind me jumping up and down because I said Elliot. The other Elliot. Honest, you're like a puppy. Will you go and sit down? Can you hear that giggling?
That is a little Pete.
Oh, God, yeah. So the other Elliot, if you're listening to this, I hate you for saying Gucci Gang Trap Night to me one time. I'm afraid to Google it and find out what it means because
I
it
don't think
sounds-
it's. I'm pretty sure it's. It doesn't sound not safe for work.
I just don't know. I don't trust anything, especially after
I've
the
got
things.
Pete,
that- I've got.
I'm the reason Pete can't Google things
Yeah,
anymore.
okay. I
what
can't
did you
Google
do?
things thanks to James and Arthur. They're the two.
I'm not going to say it on podcast.
Why would you ever open something that Arthur sent you?
I don't anymore.
I had to spam my private message with him on Discord because he sent me 5 separate photos that all, when you put together, was just naked Thanos with a massive blue cock.
It was a big cock.
Oh, jeez.
So it's just like H, enter, just to get rid of it, because every time I opened Discord, it was just Thanos.
See, I did that, but then he'd send it to me again like an hour later.
Yeah, you know, he did that to me too, I'm pretty sure.
There is a block function. You were aware of that?
Yeah, but he's useful to play games with. Sometimes we need a fifth for Dota.
I'm not really sure about
Just text him. Will you stop?
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying.
I can text him, will you stop if you want, but
No, can you hear the sellotape ripping in the background?
no.
Well, Audacity can hear it.
No, because
Yeah,
I'll
no,
put a
I
note
can't
on
hear
I'll
it,
probably
it's
cut it
alright.
out.
All right, okay. Well, for anybody confused about what I'm saying, Charlotte, my dearest, darling Charlotte, is wrapping presents right behind me for
I
the
did hear
1
it that
hour
time.
that I take a week to do the
What
podcast.
presents?
Yeah, there's a present for us.
No, there's no presents for you. It's my son's birthday coming up. Is that all right with you?
Oh, that's completely understandable.
I know, but she has the entire week. Oh, don't poke me with scissors. That's called stabbing, and it's against the law.
Right, so at the end of this podcast, I'd
I-
like to host a eulogy for Pete,
I will
who
tend to the stab wound
unfortunately
later
has
'cause
been
I'm
a
a
stab
professional.
victim.
That man is dead.
Let's hurry this up. I'm losing a lot of blood.
So,
What do you mean I
let's
will be? How
talk
dare you?
re-
Oh my god.
Pete, are you sleeping in the shed tonight?
I don't have a shed.
Exactly.
So
Are you
yes.
sleeping at B&Q
I'm,
tonight?
I'm sleeping in the neighbour's shed tonight.
Are they aware of this?
Are they aware? Oh, I don't know. I don't really know.
Just gonna go in the morning to get the strimmers, and it's
In fact,
like
the house on the other side is empty. I've just dropped disc 1 of season 8 of Everybody Loves Raymond again. What the hell?
why did you put it back on your desk?
Where was I going to put it?
Connor, imagine
got?
going to your shed in the morning
And there's disc 1 of season 8 of Everybody Loves Raymond.
to go stream your garden, and then it's just Pete stood there, naked, spread eagle with an apple in his mouth. I mean, what would you do with that? I assume that's how Pete sleeps.
Stop it, James. I can only get so aroused.
I don't think Pete heard that bit, which is even better.
I did
I had
hear
to
it,
live
but
with
James,
I had to
mean,
live
what
with the
am I supposed
knowledge
to
that
answer with?
that me saying that phrase is now on the internet forever.
Is the what you're supposed to say that, Pete, is stop watching me while I sleep, because we all know that's how you sleep.
No, I'm not going to say that. Because, first of all, not even funny. Second of all, stop spying on me.
Second of all, it's a pear, not an apple.
I'm allergic to fruit. I use Maltesers. Or chocolate oranges, that's what I use.
It's a toffee dipped apple, but you just lick the toffee off and dip it again.
This is the worst podcast we've ever recorded.
It is the most scuffed podcast ever, I'll give it that.
And it's not
Just
even your
blame
fault,
me, it's
Connor.
fine. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
I'm blaming Connor.
I'm not blaming
I'd blame
Connor.
me as well, buddy, to be honest.
All in favour of blaming Connor, say aye. Aye.
No.
Well,
Nah.
it's-
You've
I'm
been
the
outvoted.
editor, so I can edit it, so it was just me saying aye. I'm not going to do
he's
that, because
done
that
us
sounds like
that.
effort.
He is
I'm
well
not going to, because that sounds like a lot of effort. But
James, what are you doing with your long weekend?
I
Don't
haven't
care
barbecued
anymore.
Friday,
Connor, your turn.
I'm going away with Emma. We're going glamping.
Don't care
This
anymore,
place,
Pete,
a
what are you
hot
doing?
tub and a cabin.
A hot tub in a cabin.
Yeah. What? No,
A hot
yeah.
tub in a
not
cabin.
not in a cabin. There is both of these things.
Oh, right, okay. A hot tub and a cabin. I see. Right, okay.
Connor, I hope it rains and there's a power cut so your hot tub doesn't work.
James, I'll murder you.
Wow,
I
they're
don't
two
actually
very
control
different
them.
things, aren't they?
James, I want this hot tub.
Well, you can't. I told you to get a hot tub in your garden.
Every bath is a hot tub if you fart
Where
long
do you
enough.
think I own? Where do you think I have $8,000 or whatever? How much a good hot tub is lying around?
Well, then buy a bad hot tub.
Where do you think I have $1,000?
Your mum said about the electric. What you need to do is get some tarpaulin, a wood stove, and some water. Then you make the best work. There's trees near your house. Cut them down. Burn that.
I wouldn't. You'd trust me with an axe?
Or fire.
Oh wait, there's trees near down. Get your sister to cut trees down to burn.
You trust
Yes,
anyone of my bloodline with an axe?
Of your
I trust your
bloodline.
sister more than you.
We're all
trust-
severely mentally unstable.
I trust your sister more than you.
That's probably wise. To be fair.
Trust your mum. I trust the cats more than you, to be honest.
Which cat?
All of them.
You trust all of my cats more than me.
Even I trust the wobbly cat with an axe more than I trust you with an axe. What did you call him in the end?
I'm still not sure what people have decided his name is. His name was originally Kaiser.
I heard Wilson was in the lead when I.
Okay, apparently Emma is whispering across the room saying it still is Kaiser. We have stuck with Kaiser, which is good because I think it suits him better than Wilson.
Wilson's a football name.
Or a volleyball name.
It's the same thing.
I presume the answer's no, Connor, but is the dog still going?
The dog? Oh no, Jess died a few years ago. Mitch died.
Oh, don't tell me that.
2019 maybe?
Oh. What a lovely
yeah.
dog.
Oh, she's great, Jess. Missed that
Oh.
doggo.
Jess died. Like 3 years ago. We didn't get told. How rude.
How was I going to break that into casual conversation? I don't message anyone on messages. Random pop up like, so, dog's dead.
I know we haven't spoke for like 2.5 years, but the dog's dead.
That'd just be sadistic.
Pete, would you rather get the message that Connor was dead or the dog's dead? You'd prefer it to be Connor, wouldn't you?
I'd prefer nobody die, James. Come on now, you gotta be.
If somebody had to
I'd
die,
prefer if
don't
it was
like
Connor.
people doesn't mean I don't want them to not exist. I want you to all live very full and happy lives, just not where I can.
Far away from me.
Yeah, I want everybody to get everything they've ever dreamed of, but that includes me not having to see any of that. You know what I mean? So everybody go and be happy and do what you want. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'm not like one of those people who thinks everyone should die.
But Pete, what if somebody who needs to be happy is to see you?
then I question what their priorities are, and like, why would I matter?
We're not saying they're mentally healthy, but that's what they want. Is they want to see you to be happy.
They want to see me to be happy.
But
Like, just lay eyes upon me, or to have a conversation with me, or to be a part of my
Having a
life.
conversation with you once a week. In person.
So we're talking about you here.
in person.
In person, Pete.
In person. Who needs to have a conversation with me in person to be happy? Like, what?
The police probably, but
Why would the police need that to be happy?
not to be happy, but they need a conversation with you.
What for?
Very much on the police's top hit list there.
Because you haven't stolen any
Pete.
chicken nuggets from your work yet.
That doesn't.
I
make
don't think
sense.
that's a crime. In fact, I think that's the opposite of a crime.
In the 6 years I've known you, Pete, at least once a month I've asked you to steal me 20 chicken nuggets. Actually, a box of chicken nuggets from your work, and you have yet to do it.
You asked me the same.
Exactly.
And because I've
You're not
repeatedly
special.
declined
I've also
that-
asked other people.
Okay, but because that's been repeatedly declined of you, you think that's now a police matter that I have declined?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Excuse me, please. Somebody stole my drugs. That's basically what you're doing.
Yeah, this man did all my heroin. That was
I did
my
see
heroin. Give it back.
I call like a 911 dispatch call. The guy going up saying, like, "How illegal is it to cook meth?" And they were like, "So, are you cooking meth?" He's just like, "No." And then it was just like a few seconds typing, like, "Is this," or whatever his name was, "from this address?" He's like, "No, Darnell's out right now." Darnell, there's a guy on the way to your house right now. Ah, shit! I'll see you in a minute.
I don't understand how there could genuinely people like that.
Meth.
Meth's a hell of a
Yeah,
drug.
yeah. Meth is a hell of a drug.
It's very Moorish. I wouldn't know. I've not
Everybody-
even smoked a cigarette. I couldn't speak for drugs.
Everybody should try meth.
Why are you talking?
Meth, fun for the whole family.
Oh, good lord!
So that's
Stop hitting
incest.
me. This is a one-way ticket to a divorce, young lady.
We're not married!
Exactly. I'll marry her and then take half of her estate in the divorce. Oh wait, I own more than she does. This isn't going to work, Charlotte. Oh
Pete,
god,
marry
she's
me
still
instead.
got scissors.
Right, should we end the podcast before you get brutally murdered?
Don't
on
know. My son's shouting at me now, so I've chose the worst night ever to record here. I'm sorry, Connor. This is you get away. You'll be forever remembered as a guest who was involved in the worst production quality podcast we've ever produced, and the time that I realised that I realised that I need a studio in which to record.
I'll be back. You don't get rid
The
of me
thing
now.
is, nobody's actually in the room with Pete. He's just having like a schizophrenic attack.
Yeah, so all those other noises, I'm causing them. I'm running away from the microphone whilst talking in the microphone to make noises in my own fucking background. Thanks, James.
He's throwing everybody with loves Raymond CDs
Really
around.
good beatboxer.
Right, that is the end of this.
You're going to
the
need a
most
really
scuffed
good
podcast
noise gate for this. I'm so sorry.
we have ever had. I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to leave it completely unnoise gated.
Oh, Jesus.
Everyone can have all the crap. I might noise gate it slightly. But yeah, so obviously the usual shit. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, all that wank. Rate us. Blah 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 blah. Leave us comments. We like comments. We'll answer comments. We'll either type to them or we'll message them, mention them in the next podcast if we remember.
We do
I
love
will.
interaction. We do love engagement. So,
You can also email us at wordsfromourmouths@gmail.com. All of the information links you need are down below. Hopefully the end screen should now have the subscribe button on it as well, if I can work that out, which means it probably hasn't.
look in the description for the Discord link, because that's where you can join us a conversation. That's where you can have a real-time conversation with us. That's the best place
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
active
hold
in
of
there.
us.
Connor's on there, he's not active, but he is on the Discord. Sugi's on the Discord, but he's not active on it.
I'm on
You
the
can
Discord
find
all the
us
time.
and all of our
You're
previous
not
guests
active on it,
there.
I said, Connor.
So
No, I'm not on there
we're
at
on
all.
there. Our previous guests are on there. If you've got any questions, the best way to get answers is going to be through there. I think that's it,
James,
isn't
you
it?
know how many Discords I'm in that I have to ignore? It's really difficult.
Yeah, but there's only one that I'm in, so you shouldn't ignore me.
There's like a million different channels. Someone mentions me and I'll have to scroll through like months of messages. And I'm like,
The only
Takes
ones
a while.
that matter are the Waffum and the pictures and memes.
It's Wafom, not Waffam. Just like it's
Waffam.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Also, I still forgot to put the link tree in description. It may be in there this week. Who knows?
How many times have you said there's a link tree and not provided the link?
At
I
least
swear
4.
someone is going to get their face broken tonight.
It's you, isn't
It's
it?
me, yeah. But I'm just going to.
We both know she's going to win.
Yeah, everyone beats me. I have the upper body strength of something that already died.
If this is the last podcast you ever hear, it's because Pete has been brutally murdered by
This is the last podcast you ever hear. It's probably because this is the first one you've ever heard and thought, fuck that, there are much better ways of spending my time.
Okay, if this is the last podcast of ours you ever hear, it's because Pete's been brutally murdered and we'll replace him with, I don't know, a mushroom next week. It's probably
Hello,
more
it's
entertaining.
No one
it's
will
me.
know the
I'm here.
difference.
This is the storyline. Pete dies. I'm here for 6 months, and then Pete comes back, and it's like a big reveal.
He comes back with
Spoiler.
Swoog.
We're not making EastEnders.
It's WWE Raw.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was Words From Our Mouths. This was a shit show.
This was the scuffed word from my mouse.
I loved it.
Thanks for being here, Connor. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Stop hitting me, or
I'm
I swear to
willing
God.
to embarrass myself in public anytime.
All right, we'll see you next week. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit higher production quality.
It can't be any lower.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.